welcome. It's Mastery Mondays. Who's excited? I actually love Mondays. I love Mondays because ever since I left the corporate world, Mondays to me mean a fresh new start, a new start to the week, and they're exciting. And I am here every single Monday bringing you tools, tips, and tricks to help you master your mindset, your life, and your business. I'm Amy Ramsey. I am a coach and a mindset strategist. And I want to talk to you today about a certain myth that I hear from a lot of people, and it's really around a personality trait. So I have really, really good news for you if you consider yourself an introvert, because people are often surprised when they find out that I'm an introvert too. I absolutely consider myself an introvert. I love quiet time. I love curling up with a book on the couch with my dog. I am not big into being on stages. I'm not big into the loud, party scene, being out all the time. I much prefer small, friend gatherings to, big time parties out in really noisy places. As much as I love, love, love music, I do not enjoy going to concerts. So when I say I am an introvert, I absolutely am. And I talk to so many people on the phone, and I hear from so many people who talk to me about really wanting this freedom-based lifestyle and business. And they have this hang up around the fact that they're introverted. And their resistance shows up and their fear shows up, and they start to believe that they can't have this business because they're an introvert. And if that is you right now, just know there are so many of us out there who that's actually the case. So I want to talk to you about what it means to be an outgoing introvert. I consider myself an outgoing introvert, and what that means is at the core of who I am as a person, I really am an introvert. At the same time, I do enjoy being social. I love connection. I love connecting with friends, with clients, potential clients, community, you listening. I really crave connection, which most humans do. It's a basic human need and trait. But I really crave connection, and I really wanted a business that was online, that was virtual, that would give me the freedom to work from home, with my dog, in my yoga pants, without having a boss, that whole spiel. And so what I learned to do was to really tap into some outgoing and extroverted different characteristics and different traits. And basically, what that brought about was this idea of an outgoing introvert. And that is something that if you are introverted, you can actually train yourself to tap into those traits, tap into those skills and those characteristics so that you can have this type of online business where it's no big deal for you to get on YouTube and share content and share value. So that people at home can really learn from you and you can help them. But, how did I get there? How did I get there? So there are a couple things. For one, I kind of constantly push myself. So one of the big things I did in the beginning was for one, I had a coach who really pushed me to get myself visible, and he really encouraged me to get professional headshots done and get my face out there. And so once I did that and I moved through my fears around visibility with that, next up I did an interview series where I was on camera interviewing over 20 experts, and I'll tell you what, nothing gets you out of your head like doing that process, because that was something that I chose to do to bring a lot of value and a lot of content to a larger community. So I really had to get out of my own head around that. Some of the other things I do is I often say to myself, my purpose is greater than my fear. So anytime you go to get out there, to share with a potential client, to network, to put a newsletter out, to get on video, whatever it may be that you're doing right now to build your business, to build your list, to get in front of potential clients. If you find yourself having that conversation in your head, saying to yourself, my purpose is bigger than my fear, that definitely gets me out of my introvert conversations. The other interesting thing that I really want you to know here is that a lot of this introverted conversation, especially when I hear from people in my community, that this is a big concern they have. A lot of this conversation also boils down to a self-worth and a self-value conversation. So perhaps that is true for you. If it's not true for you, do not take this on. But it's been my experience that for most people who really have a fear around getting visible and they use their introverted personalities to hold them back in business, it's been my experience that most of the time, like 99% of the time, what's really happening there is a much, much deeper limiting beliefs and mindset conversation around value and worth. And what that could look like is maybe you think what you have to say isn't valuable. Or maybe you think you're not deserving of being the one on YouTube sharing content or, helping other clients, or who would pay for what you have to offer. So this is a really, really big conversation. So that conversation we're going to have to save for another day. But I do want you to know that piece around value and self-worth is huge when it comes into the introverted conversation. Okay? So that's something just to be aware of and know if that's true for you. And you'll know. You know if that's true for you. And if it is, awareness is the first step, truly. So back to the other things that I do to get myself out of my introverted ways. One of the other things that I have done, in addition to, I had a coach that pushed me to get visible. I took on this interview series so that I could help push myself and get myself, out beyond my comfort zone. And that's really what it comes down to, is continuing to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit. And the cool thing is knowing you can push yourself out of your comfort zone to get online, shoot a video for 5 or 10 minutes, and then guess what? You can go about your day. You can go about your day being as introverted as you want to be, as long as you show up for those 5 or 10 minutes. Oftentimes, that's really all it takes. The other piece around this is truly also about how you set up your business. So I have a lot of introverts that'll say to me, you know what I mean? I really don't want to deal with people. I don't like people. I'm so introverted. I really just want to offer info products or, these evergreen courses. I don't want to work with people one-on-one, or I don't want to work with people in a group. And what I say to that is, okay, and just know that is the hard path to business. That is the very hard path to business. And the reason is, when you're selling those types of products, it takes so many more sales and so many more clients to reach the same level of income that you can get through working with clients one-on-one. So I want to offer this to you. Here's the thing. Would you rather sell 100 info products at X price, or work with, say, 5 people at X price and make the same amount of money? It's basic math. And I am not a math whiz, but that is basic math. And to me, if I am an introvert, I much rather connect with, say, one person and have that one person become a high-end, long-term client. I rather connect with that one than have to go sell, maybe 10 or 20 of whatever my lower end info product is in order to make the same amount of money. Because again, if you're an introvert, we're talking about getting in front of one person or getting in front of, hundreds. Again, it's basic math. And then the final thing I want to leave you with is really the conversation around perfectionism. So, like, this video right now is a perfect example of this. Like, honestly, right now, this light that I have here so you can see me, it's reflecting in my glasses. And I'm like trying to avoid it right now. Any professional videographer would be freaking out about this right now. It would be driving them bananas. And maybe it's driving you bananas. Maybe it's really distracting. However, my purpose is bigger than this light. It's bigger than this distraction, right? It's bigger than things looking perfect. It's bigger than, I have this hair that seems out of place at the moment. My purpose, the message, the content, the value that you are getting right now is bigger than all of those things. So it's bigger than me. And I'm going to leave you with that today, because if you are an introvert, I want you to know it is absolutely possible for you to have a business and life that you love, that is online, where you truly are visible and you're out there, and it's possible to do it in a way that, yes, pushes your comfort zone, pushes your boundaries, and at the same time allows you to truly be who you are, to truly love being an introvert, to be as introverted as much as you want, as long as you're, growing in those other ways. It's absolutely possible. And your message, your content, that is so much bigger than your resistance or your fear to getting visible, or, a certain personality trait that you happen to be born with, or you've been this way for years. Your message and your purpose is so much bigger than that. So don't let that hold you back. Again, I'm Amy Ramsey, and thank you for watching another Mastery Mondays. You can subscribe to this channel, and I'm here every single week. I've also got a challenge coming up that's going to launch soon, and you don't want to miss any of that, because again, if you're an introvert and you've been trying to figure out how am I going to make this happen while still being so introverted, this challenge is going to help you out. I will post a link below the video. So it's Monday. Enjoy it. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Use this fresh energy post-Thanksgiving holiday for those of you in the US. Use this fresh energy to go out there and make some amazing magic. All right. Much love. Bye.